Hello, guys. Welcome back. This is Empowerment Network, guys. And if you are new, stay here, listen, and ask some few questions. Guys, go ahead and subscribe if you have not yet done so. And of course, click on the bell. Tonight, we have a very, very special guest in the house. And we are going to hear his own take on this topic. Andy has been on this over and over and over. So let's hear from Graham. Graham, thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you for having me here, my very first time as a panel member. So the solution to retirement challenges, yeah, I believe this is a huge solution to anybody willing to retire early or enjoy, like me, a more comfortable retirement. Um, so it's the right thing because you're never prepared for
Mm-hmm.
retirement unless you're wealthy. Because you go from having, if you've been working for what's been a decent wage, and the state and the UK government only give you very little to live on, and at my age it's benefits. Had it not been for me being working for a huge company, Kerry Foods, um, you'll have heard of Kerry Butter and that. So um, I've got a half decent work works pension that I qualified for to get early at the age of 56 on health grounds. Either that, I'd still be working for another 3 years, 2.5 years, before I got one. So a state pension. So it does come with its challenges, retirement, unless you have another source of income or are already set up for retirement. Um, so here we are at the very brink of looking forward to another a healthy stream of income, and not in the not too distant future.
All right, Graham, thank you. I'm just happy for the wonderful start that you made here because you just said one thing. You say you are never prepared for retirement unless you are wealthy, if I got you well. But then let's just get Andy to say hi to the audience before we continue. Hi, Andy.
Hi guys, good to see you again. Second one this evening. Here we
I
go.
know. You're the big boy in the house. Good job.
Expert.
Yes, yes. So Andy, we are just listening to Graham, and I would like us to give him as much time to share as he can, because guys, if you haven't, those who have missed out on Andy's sessions here talking about the retirement, listen to Graham, listen to Andy's perspective. Let's share this with someone who is preparing to go for retirement, who is already there, or even somebody who is just starting life, what they should be doing. Unpassive has it all because the topic says this is the solution to retirement challenges. So, last time in when we went in Manchester, Graham, you told me a lot of stuff. Even to today, you are repeating more things. You know, you have to work and then stop, maybe go back to work again. Because you look at it's not always enough. What is your what is the situation like when people go on a retirement? What are some of the challenges? I'm just happy that you're speaking from Scotland, even though it's still the UK, but then share a bit of experience, what the difficulties people face, so that at the end of it, we will see what solutions OnPassive has for this.
Well, money is the main thing, and you have to readjust and give up some of your comforts that you were able to afford before. Just having enough money to pay the ever increasing bills with, especially in the UK just now and probably worldwide. Um, so everything, especially the energy prices, they've, I'm paying about 60%, 70% more than I was this time last year to the power company. So you don't get that sort of rise in benefits and pension. nothing near it. So there's always cutbacks and adjustment you have to make in your budget and decisions you have to make. What you need most, what's the most important, and then you might have to. I had to do it. I subscribed to quite a few things, charity things as well. I had to cut back on 2 or 3 of them. But I'll pick these up again as the income increases from ONPASSIVE. So, and it's just about, be able to get into a position where you can have a happy and hopefully longer retirement and having enough money to be able to achieve what you couldn't achieve while you were
Mhm.
working.
Yeah, okay, Graham. Again, sorry that I'll need to stop you a bit here because we would like Andy to hear at least to comment on some of the things you have said and
Right.
so give his own perspective as usual because many people are joining us just recently and they need to know about this. Hello, Andy.
Hi. I mean, um, let's look at the figure side of things. So the we know that the average pension in the UK is around about £800 a month. In the US, I believe Social Security is about $1,400 a month, something like that. So 800 doesn't go an awful long way, and the vast majority of people don't save sufficient over their working lifetime to ensure that they have a good income. Yes, those in the know have taken full advantage of it and put in everything that they possibly can, but for the vast majority of us, that's just not been possible. And particularly, as Graham mentioned, the cost of living is ever increasing. So, if you have a single parent trying to raise kids, it's almost impossible to be able to pay for rent, yeah, and get something or put something else aside. Food and what have you has got to be paid for, electricity, gas, etc., all the bills. So when it comes to retirement, they then have to rely on the state. And if you're £800 a month, you're not going to be able to get very far. Now, the other problem we've got in the UK is the system is bankrupt. There's not enough money going into that system to be able to guarantee that it'll pay out the other end. And what you've got to bear in mind is that with retirement planning, a retirement income or a pension plan from a company is not a guarantee. It's a promise to pay. If they're not able to pay it, they won't pay it. It's as simple as that. And I've already come across that over years I've been working. So what we have to do is we have to ensure that we have a safeguard, a safety net, in case something happens. And why rely on one when you've got other options? And this is why I like the system that we have with ONPASSIVE, because we've got over 50 products that are going to come online over time, and we know that Odesk and OTracker and OVerify, etc., are coming on board at some point very soon. So these are 4 other products or 3 other products that are being added into the current ecosystem, with 4 already in there. So each one of those that are paying products becomes a separate income stream. And from that point of view, if they are then residual income streams, that's as good as a pension. Now you then use that part of that money to diversify. But the bottom line is, in a relatively short period of time, you could have an income far greater than the UK pension scheme, and it doesn't take much to do, because we have the capability to be able to share this business with others simply through the links that we have. So it's a great opportunity to ensure that you're going to have a decent retirement. And like you, Graham, I don't want to work till I'm 65. I know I'm getting quite close, but at the end of the day, there's no way. And next year is I'm done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I know. Thank you. Thanks, Andy. I think we all are done. Any normal human being should not be planning to be here when by next time next year. So we are done with whatever we are doing as long as we are present in the ecosystem. So Graham, I still want to know because I know that you said you are very passionate about everything in ONPASSIVE. It's about this is your fifth anniversary already in ONPASSIVE and stuff. And last time again, you told me that the thing is, ONPASSIVE is not only going to help you with your retirement, but will help your family improve on the situation, like living conditions, and moreover, give you the chance to help some other people. So, what do you have in mind? You would like to explain this because at least somebody needs to benefit from that.
Well, pretty much going to take Ash's advice on this, and that's just to take care of myself and my family first. I have 10 accounts, but 3 of them are for my 2 sons and grandson. So that's one's for paying tax with my tax bill, and so that still leaves me enough on my own to, you know, yes, you only need one account. I'm no disagreeing with Ash on that, but it's like having one shop or several shops. You've got several. So what that allows you to do, if you can afford it, is to get to where you want to be just a bit quicker than you would do with one. But one will be enough, definitely, for the average person. So that will very quickly take me up to where I want to be, and because I'm 63, so who knows how long I've got left on this planet? Hopefully, long enough to make a difference to myself and to others. And there's loads of people and other relatives I want to help out who are struggling. You know, so it would be great just not to fill my own tank, but you know, get to that stage where you can can help others, and
Mhm.
that's what Ash's dream was to, and as no was, is to be able to help others less fortunate than herself
Right.
once we've filled our own tank.
No, that's very true. Yeah, Ash has said this over and over, and I think we can agree with you on that. Ash would say we should fill our tanks first before we look on the neighbors, and I think it's doable. So, Andy, I just want us to discuss a bit, open the topic a bit. So, at what age would you say somebody should start saving up with for retirement? I know you're a financial advisor, uh, with or without on
This
passive. Yeah.
that's a great question, Comfort, because again, if you do the maths, the figures work. If I put when I started work at 18, if I put 50 away a month dollars, um, you know, sterling, whatever. So £50 away a month, and I do that for until I'm 60. Okay, so we've got 42 years. Yeah. Okay, so you're putting 600 away a year. Yeah, at 50 a month, and that's multiplied by 42 years. So I'm actually putting away 25,200. That doesn't sound very much, but over 42 years, it should double, 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 and double again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So go 25,000, 50, 100, 200, 400. So that, and that's at 50 pound. Now, if I left it until I'm 45 to retire at 60, I've got 15 years to achieve the same 400,000. Let me give you a calculation.
Guys, this is important, and I would like to hear your take. What have you been doing about retirement? Would you share
Okay,
this video with someone? Go ahead, Andy.
so in order to get the same 400,000, if you left it until you're 45
You're like me,
to
yeah.
do it. Yeah, you'd need to put away in excess of £1,000 a month to play
Okay.
catch up. Yeah, so and that 1,000 a month over that 15 years means that you put in 200,000 to get 400,000 back. Right. Whereas if you put 50 away a month from the age of 18 onwards, you have far more. It's time that makes the money, not the amount. And what is difficult has always been difficult, is trying to explain to youngsters, put this away, put this away. Now, I've come across a number of multimillionaires over the years, and they're the ones that have started putting away money from the age of 18. Now we have another option. Guys, you want to be a multimillionaire, you have another option. I am no longer involved in financial services, because at the end of the day, I see and understand what this business can do for us if we work the way it's supposed to be worked. And if you saw the vision and what's happening, you'd be as excited as me.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good advice. Yeah, great advice. And you're right. I spoke to my older son, who's on a reasonable income, and he hadn't even thought about starting a pension plan. You know, which can, get you higher returns. You know, a private pension one, just to be comfortable, and especially at 18, as you say, Andy. But even at 30, 40, there's probably a high percentage of people in that age group that have no started to save.
Well, if you think about it, Graham, by the time you're 30, you've got a family, so you've got kids and a mortgage to pay
exactly.
for. It becomes more difficult. So, as I said, what always interested me is the ones that had the money at retirement, and they were given the opportunity, or they had the opportunity at 45, to be able to take retirement very comfortably. One particular chap had a house in South Africa, one in Holland, one in America, and one in the UK. Now, they're bought and paid for, and he had over 4 million set aside. Now, what he'd done from the day he started work is put 30% of his income aside. 30%. Right? And that's gone. He's got to live on the rest. Nobody does that. Yeah.
Wow.
But at the age of 45, he's financially independent and can retire at any point without having to worry. Yeah. Now that I've in 35 years, I've come across 4 people like that. 4.
Wow. Which you?
Yeah, and and you see between 8 and 10 people a week for 35 years. That's a lot of others that haven't got. Right. As I said, with this opportunity that we find ourselves in front of, now we have something that is extremely powerful, and I am so grateful to be part of it, because at the end of the day, there are so many things or parts of this business that I don't know how to do. That's been my career, 35 years in that direction, not this one, that one. Yeah. So now we're changing tack and we're going across here, and I'm scratching my head going, I don't understand this, but then I don't need to, because it's a done for you system. Now, we're not saying that you don't have to do something. We're also not saying that you can actually sit back and do nothing. What we're saying is, if you have a goal, you can achieve that goal, but you have to work for it. Or you have to leave it for 20 years to do it, for them to do it for you. Now, I know which one I'd rather have, particularly at my age. I want to retire next year. So by hook or by crook, I'm going to make sure that every single position that I have, I've activated my account. Yeah. because I know as soon as I activate that account, I've got the potential for traffic. I'll click to become an affiliate, and I've got the potential for traffic. And we already know that we've got in excess of 3 million customers, including all of the early birds, right? Yeah, so they have to be allocated at some point because they all have to come through an original early bird, a founder, what we were classed as. Yeah, so that means that if only 400,000 of us early birds actually activate their accounts, guess what? Thank you very much, because I get 5 odd customers for every position I've got.
Yoo-hoo.
Right now, this is. Bear in mind, guys, that that's 3 million. That's nothing. That's absolutely a drop in the ocean. What about 100 million? Because we could have that by mid-year next year. What about 1 billion? Yeah, where would we be if we're the first million to go in, activate our accounts from the early birds? Where are we going to be if there's 100 million in place? We're the top 1%. And all of those customers have to fall within a founder, and within their customer base. Now, thankfully, as I said, I don't have to sell it to them. I don't have to ask for the payment, because ONPASSIVE does absolutely everything for me. It does all the marketing. It takes the payment from the customer. It gives me a commission, and it deals with all the customer support. What business have you ever found, Graham, in your entire lifetime that is as simple and easy as that?
None. Absolutely
none. Absolutely none.
No,
and believe me, we've all looked. We've all looked over the last 45 years.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's very true. Go ahead, Graham.
I've been in many, like most of us, that have looked like it's going to be the best thing since sliced bread, and it turns out to be full of empty promises, and the little guy ends up being at the bottom of the pile and then just fails. So this being a completely different model is going to change the internet, and
it's going to change the way businesses work in the future.
Well.
This business model is different to anything else you've ever come across before, because it's not about greed. It's not about making shareholders their money anymore. This is about making sure that the 97% of people that do try and build a business can actually succeed. That in itself is a coup, an absolute coup. It's not about, I want to be the richest man in the world. I want to be Jeff Bezos with all this money. Okay, the guy's an idiot at the end of the day. Yeah. And Bill Gates, and we're not going to go there, but Bill Gates has got to be the worst person on earth.
Yep.
Okay, and he's worth an absolute fortune. I won't go into why. We don't need to know. But what I'm saying is the vast majority of companies are all about this.
Yes.
They have no interest in helping others, no interest in making sure that others are brought up with them to lift all of us at the same time. Not interested. It's all about the money. It's all about the shareholders. Making sure the shareholders get lots and lots of return.
Wow, I know. So, Graham, yesterday you were quite active as usual on the chat, and one of the things you said, which everybody, including Andy and myself, agree on, was that you are now above 60, and ONPASSIVE is the only business you will ever need, and this means a lot to you. So I just wanted to use this last minute now, this last chance to make your closing remark, and then maybe use this opportunity to officially invite someone either facing retirement or already in retirement, and tell them why they should be part of the ecosystem, as you have started explaining, you and Andy. So go ahead.
Yes, it definitely is the last chance saloon for me, and probably a large percentage of the world. And I wish I was 30 years old when this came along, because what a completely different life I would have led. But that's by and by now. It's about taking this opportunity that's there in front of you and doing something with it to achieve what you want to achieve. And for most people, being a millionaire is a dream come true. But if you're on £1,000 a month income, or $1,000, and you're able to make double that you suddenly become twice as well off as you were before financially. So you don't need to be aiming for millionaire status. You can, over time, start with a smaller amount that will make a difference to your life first, and that will build over time as the company grows, as more people come in. And as long as you're active and looking after your business, and you have to treat it like a business, you will get there in the end and have a happy retirement.
Wow. Thank you. Thanks so much, Graham. So, Andy, over to you to make your last remark. Maybe you started on talking about the shares thing and shareholding and stock market things. Maybe you need to clarify a bit
Yeah,
more on that, given that we just want to
we are.
help somebody.
Okay, so I no longer believe in offering retirement plans. We have an opportunity now. The system's changed. We have an opportunity to be able to create an income. So why would I offer a retirement plan to someone? I know they don't need it any longer. They can earn far more with this opportunity, and nothing is invested. It's simply an opportunity to be able to grow an income. Yeah, yes, you have to work at it, but at the end of the day, you can grow that income to whatever level you want. So, for me, it's no longer about retiring, having paid money into the system that is undoubtedly likely to crash at some point. And excuse my skepticism, having been in the industry for so long, the system is controlled to the extent that it's the ones with all the money that get it out before the crash and then put it back in, and it's generally us that ends up the loser. So finally, there is a system or an opportunity where we can be the winners. And that for me is extremely exciting. So we don't have shareholders. We don't need them. We don't sell data. We don't need to. Most of the other companies, certainly the larger ones that everybody uses, and we're all well aware of which is which. Nearly all of them have this. I have to sell the data to be worth the money I'm worth.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have that problem. They all have shareholders. We don't have that problem. We are in a situation or a business model that, as we started at the beginning, that is totally different to anything else you've ever seen before. There are free products that you can utilize. The ONET, our social media platform, is a correction to the corruption. We're not going to suppress information unlike the others. Well, certainly one other that everybody uses at the moment. You can't have a fake account. You can't groom children. You can't cyberbully. Okay, so it's a safe place for kids. I know where I'd rather be if I had children. And I can do blogs, I can do podcasts free of charge, all under one roof. Perfect. Fantastic. And then we go to the email system. Now, the iOS system, if it's on your phone, your email is on your phone. Are you aware that they have the capability to read any one of your emails, delete an email, or even delete your account if they don't like what you're saying? Now, that's not free speech, is it? That's something that shouldn't be allowed. But we sign to say as such
Right.
each and every time, update the records. So yes, we have something that's different to anything else on the market. Take a look, guys.
Yeah, I'd second that. Don't lose out. Please don't. Please don't. Go
Right.
and take a look at it. Please take a look at it.
Exactly. So yeah, I think I appreciate your discussion this evening, because I hope it goes a long way, guys. Let's share this with people, because somebody's looking for just this opportunity. People are going through a lot, but then they don't know that there is a solution sitting just right here and waiting for them, and you get it done quite. It's just effortless. So let's share and help someone. Thank you, Andy. Thanks, Graham, for joining us this
You're
evening.
welcome.
And of course, thank you, everyone. Yeah, thanks, and see you soon, guys. Bye.
Bye, everyone.